comment down at the bottom and go ahead and give me that good old thumbs up. And thank you, thank you, thank you always. Let's get into this topic. Okay, to be successful up in trying to figure out if these person is giving you red flags, it's very, very simple. I'm telling you, it's so simple. I only need a couple. I'm finna give you a couple that works for me. So hopefully they work for you too. I kid you not, just a couple. You don't have to have this list like how everybody tell you. You only need just a couple of, just a few little things. And I'm finna give it to you. The first one is very, very simple. If somebody is too friendly with kids. I'm gonna give you the big one in a second. It's not big, but I'm gonna hit y'all with that bomb in a second. Okay, so it's very, very simple. Somebody who is too friendly with kids. That is the biggest number one red flag that I can leave you guys with. Too friendly with kids, men and women. Meaning that if you are a parent and you're talking to that person, you're acknowledging, oh, well, I have a kid, I have kids. And then they right off the back, within just that first little couple weeks, like, oh, if you got to go to work or do something, I can babysit your kid. What? Who are we letting in all out here trying to take care of other people's kids like that? Now, if you put that time in, you built that relationship, something happened, that person got your back and they can watch your kid. That's how it's supposed to go. This person be your husband and stuff later, your wife later. Okay, something happened, but right off the bat, you friendly with kids like that? That is the biggest red flag right there. Run. Forrest Gump. Run. Get out the situation. Don't talk to that person. Don't leave them folks with your kids. No. That is the number one red flag. So, another couple things I look at to see red flags are, as I go with them, as I see how their friends are, they tell me about their friends and stuff like that. I'm paying attention to that because if I don't like their friends, I'm not going to like them. See, follow me for a second. If you do not like their friends, you're not going to like them. Meaning that we inherit family members. So we can't do anything about that. But guess what? We choose our friends. So typically the friends that we choose, we are just like them. So if you meet their friends, you get to know their friends. And if you don't like their friends, you're not going to like him. So you might as well go ahead and end that. Now, it seemed kind of harsh, like, oh, you're going to judge them off their friends. I'm telling you, if you are a positive person, you're not going to hang around somebody negative all the time. You're like, oh, nah, honey, I got to end this friendship because you're a little bit too negative for me. If you hanging around people who fight all the time, you probably fight too, because ain't nobody that's not finna fight gonna be around somebody who always trying to fight. So like the same thing I'm telling y'all. We inherit our family members, but we choose our friends. So them is some good things that you want to pay attention to that a lot of people don't think about. Because think about it. Now, you might not like some people family member when y'all get together, but it's very rare that you find couples that don't hang around each other, meaning that they like each other because all of their personalities fit. But now when you get in this relationship, when you get married to this person, you don't like their friends. You're not going to want their friends to come around. But your husband, your wife is going to be just like their friends. So this is why you're not going to get along. So you might well go ahead and end that right there, because that is the biggest red flag right there. That means the personality he is showing you or she's showing you is not the personality that's going to be there later. That means she's showing you Miss Goody Goody and he's showing you Miss Goody Goody, when it's probably going to be some gravel all up over that, baby. So you want to pay attention to that. So again, these are very simple red flags that help me determine if I'm going to talk to somebody or if I'm not going to talk to somebody. So I pay attention to these. And a lot of people, again, they be like, what? That makes sense right there. You on to something right there. Okay. So the next thing that I can leave you with is, if y'all go out on dates and stuff like this, or go to restaurants, y'all go through drive-thrus and any of that, pay attention to how that person acts whenever somebody messes up their order. Because it doesn't matter where you go, half of the time somebody's messing up the order. Or if y'all going to the mall and something happened, it doesn't matter. Pay attention to how they react to very small stuff. Like, say they mess up an order and he is very aggressive, like, dang, y'all up in here messing up the order. I'm telling you, if he act like that, he's going to act like that with you. And then he turn around and call you boo, babe, and yeah, sweetie, act all goody-goody with you right now. He's going to act like that towards you later. If you're going out in public and he's acting like this, he's going to act like that later with you. You just in the honeymoon stage right now. He haven't got comfortable yet. Baby, once he gets you, that's it. Vice versa, it's the same thing for a woman. She all sweet, lovey and dovey, and next thing you know, up over here, she getting an attitude up over something. Did somebody make mistakes? Because you have to understand, people make mistakes. It's not that big of a deal. Some situations it's a big deal, but again, pay attention to how they treat the waiter, how they do the customer service, all of that. Just the small stuff. Pay attention and let's just see how that go. That helped me out a lot to miss some aggressive people, some controlling people, and everything by just watching that. And I kid you not, I'm giving you stuff that typically you would be like, that makes sense, Shayna. I never paid attention to that. That could help me. And this is what helped me. And I avoided so many situations. And I was like, dang, that's really kind of controlling right there. So then you pay attention to, like, say if they have kids or whatnot, you pay attention to how they treat their kids. Because if they treat their kids bad, if y'all have kids later, what you think they're going to do to yours? So you want to pay attention to their parenting style. Same thing with her. Pay attention to a parenting style. Pay attention. Because a lot of times we get in these relationships and we talk and we like, well, technically, I ain't got no kids. That's his kids or whatnot. But if y'all was to have kids, he is going to treat the kids the same way that he's treating his kids. Vice versa, she's going to be treating kids the same way. So, pay attention. Another thing that could bring up some red flags is you have to ask the right questions. Sometimes we get stuck in, oh, what's your favorite food, or what you like to do. You have to ask the right questions. So some of the deep questions that I ask personally is like, in your past relationships, what was something common that you had in our relationships that they said something was for you to be working on? What is something? It's typically that person that answer. They'll sit there, they'll think about it like, okay, and they'll tell you. And this is where you listen. This is where you pay attention, because they're finna go to tell you the common thing that they had in our relationships. And typically that common thing they had in our relationships, if it's that common, they have not worked on fixing it yet. So that means it's still an issue to this day. So you need to pay attention to that and whatever that thing is. So let's just say they said that he was kind of controlling. Okay, what do you mean controlling? And he'd be like, well, I'm not controlling and stuff. I just say that I was caring about a person and stuff like this. That is a red flag. He just told you he was controlling, but he just flipped it to fit so he could keep talking to you. So now that you know that this man has a trait of controlling, now you might not have to leave him just yet. You just have to figure out what type of controlling this is and if you can actually deal with it or if it's going to be too much for you. Now, it might be controlling, like, okay, you can't pump no gas in your car. He's going to have to pump your gas in your car. Some women okay, well, you the man, so you do it. I ain't got to do it or whatnot. Or it might be controlling to the point where you can't dress a certain way, in which this is how he met you. So you have to figure out if this the type of controlling is he wants you to really be safe, or the type of controlling is he want to actually control you. He wants you to do whatever he wants you to do, and then you don't have no say so. And so that is a red flag. In most situations, women that just go ahead and back up before the situation even get worse and they get too deep in it. But that's one of the red flags is you have to ask the right questions. As you talk and get to know each other, the basic questions is going to happen anyways. They're going to tell you their favorite food. They're going to tell you all of that. You got to figure out. You got to ask the deeper questions. So that's one of my questions right there. And then I would also ask, like, okay, out of all of your past relationships and stuff, if you could do something different, what would it be? And then this is where they'll open up and they'll tell you if they done cheated before. And if they have cheated, now you can pay attention. Like, okay, yeah, they done cheated before. So I might have somebody who cheating right now. He might, grew out of that. And then he might not. So you have to actually ask the right questions. And you go for those deep questions. Like I said, those basic questions, birthdays, all of that will automatically come about as y'all get to talk to each other and everything. All of that will come. So stick to asking deep question. If you don't know, you can always drop a comment down below if you want some suggestions for deep questions, or I can just make another video. I can write some stuff down and make a video if you really want to know more deep questions that you can ask. Because remember, the whole goal is getting to know each other on a deeper level, not just that basic surface stuff. We want to get to know you on a deeper level, but you want to ask these questions kind of early while your eyes are still open, while you're not having too much feelings for them, so you can actually be able to make that judgment call whether you want to talk to this person, you want to stop talking to this person, so you want to make that call. Okay, now if I can leave you with one last thing, one last thing. This is the biggest one that I can tell you. It is so simple, but it's hard at the same time, because as we talk to people, and we get to know them, we get so caught up in wanting love, we get so caught up in wanting that person, wishing that we had that person. The world showing all these beautiful couples, all this marriage, all this happy stuff. Your homeboys, they got fiancés, they married. Your homegirls, they got fiancés, they married. And here you is single, and you looking for somebody to match you. So you talking to somebody, and you put your feelings out there, you're expressing every single thing, and you're so excited and hoping that this work out, that you're not doing some of the simple stuff to avoid that heart. So this is one of the biggest things that can catch so many red flags. So many. I'm gonna go to give it to you. It's simple, but it's hard at the same time. Again, you have to listen, and you have to keep your eyes open and pay attention. And I'm gonna go to express why this is the biggest. Again, we do not listen. When you are getting to know a person, they're telling you stuff. Now, if it's the truth, it's the truth. But if it's a lie, they're not going to remember what they told you, because this is the beginning. So half of the time, a lot of people are lying at the beginning. So you have to pay attention to the very important stuff. And remember that people can talk, baby. They can talk that good stuff. But them actions don't match up to what they talking. And that's what your eyes for. A man can tell you, oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of my woman. I'm gonna pay her bills or whatnot. Yeah, I help you with this or whatever. I help you with that. I pay for your stuff this summer. I do all of that. A man will tell you that good stuff. A woman will be like, yeah, I cook, I clean, I do all of that. I fold up clothes. Yeah, I help pay your bills and stuff like that. However you want to go, baby. People be talking some good stuff, and they be acting like they got the best personality. They won't tell you them flaws or none of that. So this is where you have to listen, and you have to pay attention, because some people just be talking and them actions don't match up. And this is the biggest thing to catch red flags, because again, if them actions do not match up, that is a big red flag. These are red flags that helped me. I was talking to a guy one time, and he was like, when you go to work, I can watch your son. And I was like, nah, my son got a daycare. He was like, well, you can save money on daycare and you just bring him over here. No, my son only goes with his godmom into daycare. And if he's not with me and my cousin, that's it. That's it. My circle is very, very small. My son don't go anywhere else. I won't need any help. If I need some help, I call in at work and I will stay at home. But he just kept edging it on, like, when I was just trying to help you and stuff like this or whatnot. And, a lot of women like help with their kids and stuff like this. And I was just trying to help you with your kids. And I'm looking like, okay, this is a red flag for me. Sir, I'm sorry, but this is not going to work for me. And the reason it's not going to work for me, he just got very aggressive because I told him he couldn't watch my son. That is a red flag. Red flag. Now, when I say listening and paying attention, at that honeymoon stage, I've had plenty of people, tell me how their personality is. Tell me, oh, I have great communication. I have an awesome personality. I rarely get mad at stuff and all of this. And I'm saving money right now. I'm financially stable, so I won't need help with anything. I can help you. I've had people tell me all of that good stuff at the beginning, and all of it sounds good. I want a wife. I want more kids. And if the values match mine, I'm like, oh, okay, I have one kid. I'm not too sure about another one, but if we get to that point, I am open to having another one, maybe, if I get a husband and stuff like that, and he want a kid, I will do that. But if you don't want a kid, I'm okay with that too, because I already got one. And so we're having that good old conversation, and then when we start going out and stuff like that, oh man, I forgot my wallet. All right, you forgot your wallet then. All right, cool. Or let me get $50. Wait, what? All this stuff you was just talking, you financially stable, you got it together, and you asking me for money, you leaving your wallet at home. Like, what's going on? You asked me out on a date. How did you forget your wallet? And now I gotta pay, and you haven't said anything about giving me my money back, since technically you asked me out on a date. And so these are stuff that you want to pay attention to. And as you get later on in a relationship, and this person Typically when they get comfortable, they stop doing stuff or whatnot for you. And when that person get comfortable, this is where I start paying attention and stuff here, trying to see if the person that they say they are, if they've been away, like if they was very romantic at the beginning and stuff like this, are they still romantic right now? Have they stopped? So maybe they was portraying to be this romantic person at first, but they really not. And now they got me, they comfortable, and here we are not being romantic and 50 million other things. That is a red flag for you to get on here to get out that situation. And that's what helped me get out some of these situations is I paid attention. And that is why this is the biggest thing to me, to listen and to pay attention. Because at the end of the day, if you just listen to what a person say, some stuff not going to make sense. And your girl love to say, make it make sense, baby. Make it make sense. Because this don't make sense. And if you hold on to what a person said later on in life, as you go on and as you talk to that person, they're going to say something and be like, wait, what? But you said what? Like, that don't even make sense. I've had a guy tell me he had one kid. And then someone come up and now he got 3 kids. And something else will come up and now he got 5 kids. You know what? It's too many kids for me. I only got 1 kid. I'm not trying to play stepmama to that many kids. Not judging you, but if you told me you had 5 kids at first, and I had 5 kids in my head, okay, I like you. That's fine. I love kids. That's cool. But if you hit me with you got 1 kid, and later on down the line you got 5, how many more you got? I don't got time for that. I don't got time for us to get married, and then you got 6 more kids coming out the closet that I didn't know about. Because how you don't know how many kids you got? That means you doing too much stuff with your stuff. Not for me. So again, guys, this is what helped me. And again, the biggest ways to catch red flags is to listen and pay attention. That is the easiest thing. So try not to get too caught up in your feelings. And like I said before, lead with your head, not your heart. You have to lead with your head, not your heart. Because your heart, that had thing to have you in a dumpster crying somewhere in the rain, doing an Omari dance and some more stuff, baby. Your heart will. So you got to lead with your head and play the game. Thank you always for watching my videos. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, so the videos can come right to your phone every time I upload them. Thank you for following along with the Ultimate Relationship series, my first series. I am almost finished. 1 more video, guys, and we are done. Yes. Remember, my goal is 100 likes and 50 comments. Thank you as always.